AA certification, and I only know like one white woman who has 8A certification, but if you all like have 8A certification, great. I can tell you about the one woman I know, but.
Right. With my first business, we were not 8A certified. We were a woman-owned business. It did help somewhat, but we decided not to go that route and just really focus on the end user and the customer and working with them directly.
I never did the woman-owned business thing either. I wanted to compete on equal footing, and I wanted to win because I was the best. I'm not so sure that I agree with that anymore when I don't have enough time to talk about that up here. I think you should take advantage of whatever there is out there that helps your business, and not be shy to go after things. So I recently started a little consulting company, and the first thing I did was sign up for the women-owned business SWAM certification in Virginia. I get a lot of email notifications of solicitations, and that's about it, but we'll see.
We are not 8A, and as you know, we were not woman-owned the first 10 years we were in business. But as soon as we realized we were losing our small business status, all the contracts for the government in my industry are small business set-asides. There's nothing for a woman-owned business, so it hasn't helped getting government contracts. But we knew we were going to run out our small business status, so it was a strategy to become woman-owned. I was doing 99% of the work anyway. I have seen a big improvement in sales since we became certified. We are certified in Virginia, and George Mason is our largest client, and it's very important to them that we're certified. They're the ones that told us to get certified. And in DC, my largest client in DC is Fannie Mae, and I know I'm their largest woman-owned vendor. And because of that, they treat me really well and honor the relationship. And I know that it's a very solid long-term relationship, and it really helps to be woman-owned. So, and there's another organization called Women's Business Enterprise Nationals Council. The nickname for that is WeBank, and you can become certified. And it's really helped my business. I had a couple of clients that used me before I became certified, like ExxonMobil. And when I became certified, I doubled the amount of business I got from ExxonMobil, because every month they send out an email to all the member companies, and they get to see who's doing deals. It's called the Done Deals Report. And that little report has generated a lot of business for me. So I highly recommend using any advantage that you can.
And Jill, did you have anything to say about 8A? My understanding of the 8A program is that you have 9 years to operate in and get certified as an 8A business. And this means you usually incurred some sort of disadvantage at some point, and you do an application and explain this and get different letters from people. And you have 9 years where you can be the sole source contractor for a government contract that's like, what, $2 million or under or something. It's a significant amount. And so there's a couple things I've heard about this. The one person I know who is Caucasian, who is an 8A business, just because I think a lot of it is affiliated with women-owned business, or you're looking at small disadvantaged business or 8A, had a lot of health problems in her family that she had to deal with, and she stated that clearly. So if you've just sort of like grown up with no disadvantages that you can talk about in your 8A, or been in working environments where there's been some sort of disadvantage or discrimination or something that you can outline, like, don't bother. And so I started doing the application, and then I was like, no, none of this applies to me. I've sort of just had an easy time of it. I'd cut off the application. I wasn't going to try to invent things to make this case, because it's a very involved process, and they do a lot of research around it. The second thing about 8A is it's notorious for, if you don't have a scalable business that can operate without the 8A certification, there's sometimes a problem with what people call graduating from the 8A program, and after that 9 years, there's a problem. So what I've seen people do is around year 6, start looking for potential acquirers. So they grow, and a great example of this is NTMI, which used to be run by Larita Doan, and her business got bought. She thrived under the 8A program, and then her business was purchased. And veteran-owned stuff is very popular right now, and there's a lot of things to support veterans, like the Yellow Ribbon program and things like that. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to ask one real quick question.